The Korean drama Heroes Next Door, also known as UDT, Our Neighborhood Special Forces is, well, a compelling action comedy thriller that offers a fresh take on the classic hero narrative. Instead of focusing on government agents or global conflicts, it really centers on the deeply personal duty of protecting one's home and community. The premise: ordinary lives, extraordinary past. The story centers around the Songri-dong neighborhood, which is, a seemingly quiet and ordinary residential area. The drama's main characters are 5 individuals living simple, everyday lives, completely blending in with their surroundings. But, here's the twist. Each of them harbors a shared secret. They're all highly trained former elite special forces soldiers from various specialized military units. The central conflict kicks off as threats begin to emerge, disrupting the neighborhood's peace. These aren't grand national-level emergencies, but rather local dangers that threaten the safety and well-being of the people they care about, their families, friends, and neighbors. Seeing their community imperiled, the former soldiers feel an irresistible call to duty, and that really forces them to dust off their old, deadly skill sets. The core team of ex-operatives. At the heart of the drama is the dynamic between the 5 main characters as they secretly form the Our Neighborhood Commando team. First, there's Choi Kong, played by Yoon Kye-sang, who's the quiet, sharp-witted anchor of the group. He's a former member of a specialized unit, JDD Special Operations, and now works as an insurance investigator. His job perfectly suits his need to be observant, meticulous, and often discreetly confrontational, which lets him investigate local threats without raising suspicion about his true capabilities. Next up is Kwak Byung-nam, played by Jin Soon-kyu, a former HID counterterrorism agent whose active duty was cut short by a knee injury. These days, he runs a friendly hardware and stationery store and is a prominent, respected figure in the community, serving as the president of the local youth association and handling neighborhood duties like recycling. His local knowledge and warm social demeanor make him the emotional center and intelligence hub of the new team. Then there's Jung Nam-yeon, played by Kim Ji-hyun, who owns the local Mammoth Mart supermarket. She's a powerhouse who formerly served as a Special Forces unit instructor. She brings warmth, strength, and an essential backbone to the male-dominated team, often providing the moral compass and organizational structure. Lee Yong-hee, played by Ko Kyu-pil, is the energetic director of a martial arts training gym. Once a cyber operations soldier, his physical prowess is matched by his technical skills, making him valuable for both field combat and digital support. He uses his gym as a perfect front for intense, discreet training. And finally, there's Park Jung-hwan, played by Lee Jung-ha, a young, brilliant engineering student and a former mortarman. He uses his intelligence and technical know-how to design gadgets, gather information, and outsmart their enemies, effectively becoming the team's indispensable Q or tech expert. The conflict here is all about local justice and personal stakes. The series, really excels at blending a serious, tense crime thriller plot with this kind of chaotic comedy that comes from their need to operate in secret while still maintaining their totally mundane covers. At first, the threats they face are local, but wow, they escalate pretty quickly. The team starts out handling smaller issues, like petty crime, local corruption, or even neighborhood disputes, and they tackle these with this surprisingly high-level tactical efficiency which, honestly, leads to hilarious and often over-the-top results. But soon enough, they uncover a much larger, darker conspiracy that's managed to infiltrate their peaceful community. This major enemy usually involves a serious criminal organization, maybe an illegal private loan syndicate with ties to really dangerous activities, like international human trafficking or arms dealing. The stakes, at this point, are intensely personal. They're not just defending some abstract concept of the nation, they're defending their kids' school, their own workplace, the local park, and of course their neighbors' safety. It's this shift in focus that makes the drama so relatable and emotionally compelling. The action sequences are totally grounded in military precision, but, at the end of the day, the motivation is pure, heartfelt community spirit. Now, let's talk about some of the key themes. One of the biggest is duality and secrecy. There's this major theme running through the story, the contrast between the characters' current ordinary lives and their highly dangerous past. They're always struggling to switch between being a humble shop owner or an insurance adjuster and a highly trained operative. This duality is just a constant source of both tension and comedy. Another big theme is the meaning of service. The drama really explores the idea that heroism isn't just about a uniform or a title. True service is about stepping up to protect the vulnerable, no matter where you are or what your job is. And of course, there's community and friendship. The core of the team's success is their deep shared history and this unbreakable trust they forged back in the military. They're not just allies, they're a found family, willing to risk everything for each other and for the neighborhood that's become their civilian home. In essence, Heroes Next Door is, well, a thrilling, funny, and heartwarming story about a reserve special forces unit that proves the most powerful heroes are often the ones you least expect, the kind who live right next door.